The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
In the wild in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community, bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
And welcome to this week's episode of City Talk. I am About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. And I'm so glad to be back in Reno. I have been traveling a little bit, doing some family stuff, and I'll talk about that in a minute. We are at Chuy's. This is his brand new one at the Village. You all know Amber Hale, the GM of Dorinda's Chocolate. Amber's right over here.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody.
Well, it's really Friday for us, but it's really Wednesday for them. But that's okay. We're keeping it real. Yes. We are always keeping it real here,
We're
right?
keeping it real. We're keeping it real.
Happy Friday to us, and happy Wednesday to
you.
Sounds good.
And then I have a very special guest here who has been on many of my other shows way back when, and it's finally time that she's here now. We have Yvonne Murphy. But you know what? She's all to you, because she's going to hopefully be on once a month. She's going to be our sassy soul sister, Yvonne
Sassy
Murphy.
soul sister. Hello, everybody.
Yay.
So glad to be here and looking forward to being your sassy soul sister.
Oh my gosh. Are you like just an expert?
I am an expert in all things fabulous, all things
Did you?
wonderful. That would be me.
Okay, I just got goosebumps.
Okay, hello.
I need to know
Like,
you
look
more,
at my
Yvonne.
goosebumps.
As I would say, they need to recognize my full potentiality. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I think I could just go step outside. You're amazing. So
I am.
I love it. My goosebumps. I'm going to have to like wear a coat when I'm next to Yvonne here. Confidence, baby.
Yes,
So
own it.
we're going to be talking about keeping it real. Well, we always keep it real,
Yeah.
but when Yvonne's on the show, get ready, because this gal, and I think Amber will be on more too, because I want to show the versatility of our different age groups
Yes.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because
Right.
I mean, she's a little bit young here.
I'm 22.
22, but she is a wise soul, 22.
Wise
Thank you.
soul.
She is.
Yeah.
I mean, immediately she's incredible. And you're a wise
I'm
soul.
old in everything that's 52. Hey,
Hey.
sister in the house.
I love having a sister in the house. Anyway, but without our sponsors, we would not be able to be here. So we want to make sure we thank, number one, phoenixmedia.us. Christian, as I say every time, without you being the man behind this computer, we would not be here, because I can't remember every week how to set it up. So I'm so glad I have you. GratisGives Processing, Kirkler, Hale and Wrye, Plastic Surgeons.
Hey.
Hey, thank you. I need to make some more trips back there. Surratt Law Practice. Kim, you've been by my side since the last 8-10 years. Rail City Sparks, they are still giving us a big support. And Wild River Grille, downtown Reno.
Yummy.
And
Yummy.
speaking of Wild River Grille, we're going to be having a wine dinner there, and we're going to be chatting about that. So
Awesome.
Fabulous.
without that, and Dee James, my music guy, Caliber Hair and Makeup. I'm going to be going today to get my roots done. So I'm very grateful.
Ooh, Pamper.
And I know we say Chuy all the time, but it's Jesus Gutierrez. Did I say that right?
I did not know that.
Everybody knows him as Chuy,
Chuy.
like I'm About Town Deb, but we
Okay.
actually we have real
We
names.
have real names.
But Chuy is infamous.
Wait, I want like a.
We're gonna get
An
front
alter
name.
Okay,
ego? You want an alter ego?
Okay, Yvonne will be the perfect one to get your alter ego.
I'll figure it out.
Ooh.
You
I'll figure
actually
it out.
had one for me way back when, and you stuck up for me one time. We were having a conversation on set,
Oh,
and
I
you
love
just,
it.
and she went like boom,
She was
and
there.
you said something, and I don't know what it was.
I've been known to do some
She
fabulous
does
things.
that.
So
Yes.
there
She
you have
just
it.
like
We'll come up with your alter ego.
We will come up with that. So as you know, we like to talk a little bit about what's been happening. So Britton Griffith, I want to look right at you in the camera and say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I always give a shout out to Grandma B and Aunt Glenda. And the last show, I said, please pray for Aunt Glenda. She was struggling. So Aunt Glenda right now is up there looking down. And when you're watching this next Wednesday, I will be just getting back from her service. So I want to give her a shout out because I'm wearing her watch her bracelet, her earrings. I got her top. She is with us, and she loved. Oh, and she even taught me about purses.
Purses are very important.
I have like a real.
I have a Dooney too. We both
I didn't even know what a Dooney was.
Oh,
is it a Dooney or
isn't
Dooney?
it precious?
Dooney and Burke.
I have a Dooney and Burke, and I didn't. There, she just saw that. We're just keeping it real. So, Aunt Glenda, Ellie, I know Ellie's going to be watching, and Grandma B. I really do want to thank you for the opportunity to be a part of doing our celebration of life.
That's great.
It's beautiful.
There's been many people I've heard the last few months that have had similar struggles. So for all of you out there, know that we understand it's okay to mourn. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be
healthy.
angry.
You have to.
It is.
Yeah.
And I've been perky Debbie and I haven't let go yet, but I will. It's getting closer.
But it's in stages. And so give yourself time. It happens in stages.
Yeah, and it's healthy. You have to process those emotions. Processing your emotions are how you grow and how you thrive. We need to be doing that.
Absolutely.
You need to share that.
Absolutely.
Do you see these two?
Hey.
Hey. That's going to be our new.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. I am so
wonderful.
I mean, goosebumps again. And if you've watched the show, when I do my quote and I do different things, it always ends up, and I plan them like 3 weeks out, and it always works out perfectly. So, but for right now, I just want to say thank you for all of you for being patient and being there with me through all the years that we're getting where we're going. And we're ready to talk about a little bit. Well, it was going to be tequila first, but Chuy's so busy being Chuy, manning all of his 3 locations that he'll be here once they officially open the doors. It's going to get a little louder. You may hear a phone ring, so we're keeping it real. But we're going to talk first. We're going to talk about the village, and we're going to talk about Dorinda's chocolate and holidays. We're going to start with that, and so we're going to take our first break. And when we come back, we're going to be can you munch on? Are you okay with taking a bite of chocolate?
I am okay with taking a bite of chocolate. I mean, I need it. It's good for us, and we're going to do it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Dark 70% dark chocolate is good for you.
It's very healthy.
Superfood, antioxidants, very little sugar. You know?
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break. It's about to end up a city talk. We'll be right back. Hang tight.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to GratisGives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to GratisGives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting GratisGives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com.
Don't miss all the fun and excitement at the new Rail City Casino. Play over 40 new hot penny slots, plus double down during the Party at the Pit Blackjack every Thursday through Saturday from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. And join us for Bingo After Dark every Thursday through Saturday night for your chance to win up to $1,000 cash. When you've worked up an appetite, visit the new Ale House for delicious specials to tantalize your taste buds. Visit the new Rail City Casino today. New slots, new games, and more chances to win.
After having my child, I was just thinking that I wanted to kind of get back to the size I was when I was breastfeeding. When I first came in, I didn't know if I wanted to go under or over, what size I wanted. I feel like they really took the time to educate me on all of my options. I've had a bunch of different questions. Hale himself has called and checked in with me. I was really expecting to be in a lot more pain than I was. It was a lot more pleasant than I was expecting it to be.
We can do this together!
All right, let's go! Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What? Oh my gosh, you don't know!
I know!
You don't! Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No! Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this!
You will rock this! To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. Cool. Very cool. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan. Separated. We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
Was the most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. I'm at Mari Chuy's at the Village south of Reno, Nevada, for those of you who are watching elsewhere. We love how Reno is growing.
Yes.
And we're getting so many amazing people from California and different states are coming. And we are stepping it up notches because the Village, if you have not been here, it's fabulous. Amazing. So Chuy, thank you for hosting us and letting us come here and take over your restaurant. And we're happy to be here. And once again, we have Amber with Dorinda's chocolate right here. And then I have my sassy soul sister, Yvonne Murphy, right here.
Sister in the house.
I am going to have, oh my gosh. Get ready, because once a month, this is what you're going to get. We're going to be like.
I'll be here giving you all of me.
Oh, that's what we're going to do. So just get ready, because it's going to buckle up. So the Village, I'm just going to start, Amber, I'm going to let you talk a little bit about the Village, because you guys have Rolled Mountain Creamery, Dorinda's chocolates there. So I'm going to let you take it over, talk about the Village, how long you've been here, and then Yvonne will chime in because she just recently discovered. I'll let her share. Yes. So you go on.
Yeah, so the Village at Rancharra, there's all kinds of local amazing shops here. Everything that is within the Village is all locally owned, you know. There's like Grafted, there's Bonito, there's
okay, tell them what Bonito is. They may not know.
So yeah, Bonito is, I want to say it's like a trendy boutique, animal, dog, cat, pet lover shop. You go there and, get all those cool little things for your pets.
A little couture store for the pets.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. It is a couture store for your pets.
So, I mean, in the holidays, everybody's opening up in the Village.
It's exciting.
The holidays are coming. The Village itself has 2 events for the holidays this year, actually.
Oh, what are they? Do we know? We hear it first?
Yes. So Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we are doing a tree lighting ceremony here in the Village. Yeah, so we're gonna get a big tree decorated. It's gonna be beautiful. All of the shops here are gonna have like a little booth giving out certain things, whatever. We're doing hot chocolate, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, come to the tree lighting ceremony the day after Thanksgiving here at the Village.
Good to know.
You'll get to check out all of the shops and whatnot to see if this is, somewhere that you'd like to do your holiday shopping.
Yes.
Well, and when you need to relax during the holidays, we have a beautiful Dolce Vita wellness spa. And you can also get my wine there. And you can get my wine at Dorinda's on Riverside, many other locations. But maybe for the holidays, we can like make some baskets, and maybe we'll have some baskets available. I don't know.
We'll see.
You don't know what we're going to do.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. But I'm just really happy to be here. Oh, and the bakery. Talk about that.
Perrin Bakery. Super, super artisanal, gourmet. They're always, business is booming over there all the time. Absolutely amazing.
The best chocolate chip cookie in the world. It's a $5 cookie, but
are you serious?
Well, it's $4.50, give or take. It's really an amazing cookie.
Well, see, a lot of the things in the Village is more upscale. And so like Dorinda's Chocolates, Rolled Mountain Creamery, our products are a little bit more on the pricey side within the chocolate and ice cream world, but I guarantee you're getting what you pay for.
It's a first-class experience.
It is a first-class experience, yes. In all of our ingredients, we try to locally source as much as we can, although cacao pods do not grow in the Northern Hemisphere, so there's that. So our chocolate cannot be local, but all of our other products can be as much as we can. So when you come to the Village, what you spend your money on is going to be the top of the line products. It is going to be, gourmet, artisanal, handcrafted, just amazing products. And that's what the village is about. That's what they wanted to bring and make it local at the same time.
And that makes sense because this is a historical property, premium real estate on the property. And so it makes perfect sense that you would build the community to match where we are. So it's absolutely perfect. And I've been to the spa already. It's fabulous.
Okay. Well,
I checked out one afternoon and checked myself into the spa.
Okay.
Great for your mental health.
Yes.
Oh, listen, I will be needing a whole week of mental health soon. Yeah. So, Yvonne, I hadn't seen you in a while, and I happened to be here for a meeting, and you were up at the bar with your friends chatting. Yes. And I'm like, oh my God, is that Yvonne?
I know.
And is that Debbie?
It's me.
And we ran up and we hugged and we couldn't let go. And she's like, oh, I'm so excited. And it was your first visit. So
it was my first visit.
Experience here.
So I stumbled into the property to meet a friend, and we weren't sure what we were doing.
Well, she didn't stumble that way.
I hadn't had any tequila.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, she meandered.
Yes. Perused.
Yes, that's what I did. What they just said.
I love vocabulary.
I found Chuy's and I absolutely positively walked in and felt a vibe. Artistically beautiful, extremely well laid out. I mean, it's just beautiful. And I came to meet a lady friend, but I have to tell you that I'm so glad that happened because we ran into each other. We hadn't seen each other in years, and it was an absolutely perfect place for us to come together again. So I know. We just hugged and went, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. But yeah.
And now you're here.
And I'm here. And that's the way it works. It's all relational.
Yeah, and it's all like the right place at the right time and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So, but you've been back, so you definitely. And is this your first time here?
This is my first time inside of
Chuy's. We're gonna scold her because Rolled Mountain and Dorinda's is right over there. Silly.
I've participated.
We've done all the events. Oh, you're busy working.
Yes, exactly.
She's busy working.
Very true.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about some chocolate.
And we're not talking about me at the moment.
Oh, well, you're just as sweet.
I could be a Dorinda chocolate. Okay, go.
Okay, so I'm just go ahead. I'm just keeping it real here. We're just like playing on set.
So we have some chocolates today that we're pairing. Are we pairing them or are we not pairing them?
Well, we're just going to enjoy them. And if Chuy makes it, I'll try to get some tequila. So save some for a tequila.
So we have 4 different kinds of chocolates that I came to share with you guys today. We have our milk chocolate coconut and we have our dark chocolate coconut.
Mm-hmm.
I am a dark chocolate lover. I don't know about you guys, but I decided to bring the variation just in case, there was somebody who preferred milk or whatnot. And then we have our milk chocolate caramel macadamia and dark chocolate caramel macadamia. So if you guys want to go ahead and pick one.
Okay, what are we going to pick?
The caramel macadamia is a chunk of our sea salt caramel that has a whole macadamia nut on the inside.
Wait, which one?
Coated in chocolate.
Okay, I'm going to do this, guys, just so they could see a little bit better.
Please do.
Let's do this.
And it's our 12-piece box. And I popped in those caramels and the coconut truffles. So I'm going to go for the dark chocolate coconut because that's my favorite.
I want something salted.
Something salted. So the caramel in the macadamia nut has salt in it. Okay. That is probably your best bet on that.
Okay.
You want to pick a piece?
Everybody knows did you bring the regular cart? My regular didn't. They didn't because the price didn't go with it. So maybe what's this one?
So that is a dark chocolate macadamia caramel.
I'm gonna take that one. So we're all gonna take a bite. You enjoy a bite?
Mm-hmm.
So I like the coconut. When it's like, it's fresh, it has the almond on top, super delicious. This is actually, the coconut is a white chocolate ganache on the inside with those long cut coconut flakes.
Oh my gosh.
Quite delicious.
So if we did have some tequila, this would be going quite well with it.
Yeah.
So when we come back from the next break, I'm going to make sure we have some tequila and maybe we can get, what's the local tequila? El Sativo?
Yeah.
I know they carry it here. So we'll make sure we have a bottle of El Sativo, and we'll see which it goes best with. So I'm going to put this down.
We can pair it and see
which one. So we'll do that. We'll give them a shout out.
Looking forward.
Okay. So, what is your favorite chocolate?
My favorite chocolate.
I mean, of any chocolate.
So hard to say. I just need chocolate, a little caramel, and a little salt.
Okay,
to me, that's the perfect.
So you would love our award-winning sea salt.
My favorite.
Sea salt caramel.
Yes.
That's got my name written all over.
That's our number one bestseller.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I'm a little disappointed because it doesn't go with my red wine. Just FYI.
Sometimes, so you know,
I'm just being honest.
You pair chocolate and you pair wine, and sometimes there's a flavor combination that you think is going to work really well, and sometimes there's a combination that you think is going to be absolutely terrible, and it blows your mind. So you know, wine and chocolate are both very dynamic, and every person is also very dynamic. So one person can try a wine and chocolate pairing, absolutely fall in love with it, and another person, their
Correct.
perception, it's totally up to perception. It's all the dynamics of all three put together, and that's why it's such an experience though. So when you find something that really, really works, it blows your socks off. I always think about that scene in Ratatouille when he's, you know, eating the garbage out of the garbage can, and and he's like, you know, talking about all the flavors and how they intertwine, and like really makes your mind think about just like how complex they are. Yeah.
You are quite energetic,
I told
my young
you.
lady.
I know. I love her.
I'm passionate about chocolate.
So I'm.
Yes, you are.
I am. So I'm gonna throw. We're gonna talk a little bit about romance and dating. So if you were, we're just gonna do a little mix of romance with chocolate.
Okay. Oh, of course.
So
yeah.
if you're a gentleman out there and you want to get some chocolate your first date, what would be, because you know some people don't like coconut, some people don't like nuts. What would be
something more universal?
A universal chocolate to say
appeal to all palates.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like if somebody were to come into the shop and say that, I would suggest, if they don't really know what the person is into, I would suggest them getting just a generic assortment of our best sellers. Because, you know, after years and years of, you know, making chocolates and like having feedback and whatnot, it's kind of all over the place. And I haven't really come across a lot of people who don't like chocolate. So yeah, I would just suggest getting a variety, and you can kind of like pick through it and see what you do or do not like. And a lot of the times there's some people who say that they don't like dark chocolate until they try, you know, gourmet dark chocolate, and we could change their minds on that one.
So you know how you hear chocolate is a
aphrodisiac?
I couldn't even say it.
Aphrodisiac?
I'm going to let the two of them explain that to you. Go ahead, Debbie.
I'm just saying. It's all about the chemicals in your brain.
And the chemicals in your brain, for sure.
It's all about the chemicals in your brain, and they affect every part of your body. So
chocolate really is an aphrodisiac.
So if Dustin Vance, owner of Dorinda's Chocolates, if he was here, I feel like he could definitely really dive into the science.
Okay, well, we will have a show on that.
He knows all about that type of stuff.
That's something to look forward to, the science of chocolate.
Yes.
Will you write that in your memory bag?
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget, Science of Chocolate. Oh, my gosh. That's a great show. Yeah. Nobody else take it. It's going to be our
okay.
We did it.
It's our deal.
So it's time for a break again. When we come back, we're going to try to get some tequila. We're going to dig a little bit deeper about dating after 50, about dating on the internet, all that kind of stuff, dating during the holidays, when you've been single, you know, all that kind of stuff. So hang tight.
Sounds
we're going to
good.
be right back.
A conversation to be had.
A conversation to be had. Be right back. City Talk about Countdown.
Don't miss all the fun and excitement at the new Rail City Casino. Play over 40 new hot penny slots, plus double down during the Party at the Pit Blackjack every Thursday through Saturday from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. And join us for Bingo After Dark every Thursday through Saturday night for your chance to win up to $1,000 cash. When you've worked up an appetite, visit the new Ale House for delicious specials to tantalize your taste buds. Visit the new Rail City Casino today. New slots, new games, and more chances to win.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
That'll be $73.11.
Do you have a charity that I can donate up to?
You just did.
But I didn't select any option.
It happened just by using your credit card. We recently changed our payment processing to GratisGives, who not only saves our company a ton of money on processing fees, but also donates a portion of every purchase to a participating local nonprofit.
Why doesn't every business do that?
If they switch to GratisGives like we did, they can.
Achieve real social change by contacting GratisGives at 855-464-7284 or online at gratisgives.com. You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
That's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to City Talk. I am About Town Deb, your host. As you can see, I have two amazing guests with me. We have Yvonne right here, and we have Amber and Sassy Soul Sister. So once a month, I have a feeling you're going to be seeing this Sassy Soul Sister.
Probably.
And I have a feeling Amber might just be joining us quite a bit because
I love being here.
I know you do. And you've been on it, and I love that I can just sit back and let you take over.
Oh, yeah.
Amber has energy.
Oh, my gosh. She has more energy than all of us put together.
Spunk.
She's got, what did you say, Max? Moxie. She's got moxie and spunk. I love it.
Young people.
So we said we come back. So I did place an order of shots. What?
Sorry, that just sounded funny to me. We did place an order of shots. We're doing shots
and
now.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Actually, it will be 5 o'clock when they're watching the show, young lady.
Well, fantastic.
It'll be 5 o'clock on a Wednesday.
I haven't ate breakfast yet, not gonna lie.
I haven't either. I've had this chocolate. So we'll just sip. We're not going to, I don't shoot shots. I sip. I'm a sipper.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I would have been embarrassed if the shots came and I was just like, boom, downed it.
I wouldn't do that because About Town Deb has to sip quietly because.
True to my generational situation here, I'm very mellow.
I'm not saying after a lot of sips, there may be a chug every now and then, but not today. I got lots going on today. So when it does come, we're going to pair it with that. But until then, we were talking about dating.
Dating, yes.
So I think we're going to start with Amber.
Oh, okay.
Because Amber's an open book. She's very good about, she's been in a relationship and she's been on, we're going to share which dating sites you've been on.
Yeah, okay.
And I did look up something and it was saying about which dating sites like you should pick of what you're looking for.
Yes. That actually, I did put that into consideration. So
tell me your favorite and what you were looking for.
Gotcha. So a little bit of background. I'll make it quick. I was in about a 5-year on and off relationship, and then that ended about 6 months ago. So I was coming into my young adult life, had never dated before ever. And the idea of dating apps really turned me off. I was like, only losers use dating apps.
Oh.
And then I started thinking about all of the people that I know who like family, friends, people that I respect, but normal people, not like, weirdos out there on a dating site. They all use these dating sites because for the 2021, everybody uses dating sites. That's how you meet people. Also with COVID. That's super big deal. So I think I kind of had to get over this idea that I had of dating sites. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I pulled the trigger one day and I dove in and I decided to set up a Bumble account. So I did look at different dating sites, the typical Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. Those are the three.
So I have to say, you picked Bumble, right?
I picked Bumble, yes.
Here's what it says for Bumble.
What does it say?
Best for confident women.
Okay.
That is really good.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. What's your next? Let me see what the next one is.
Oh,
what would you say?
After Bumble, I probably would have done Hinge.
Okay.
Those are probably the only two that I would have probably even considered, I guess.
Hinge. Oh, of course you would.
Yeah?
What
Maybe
does it say
not.
about Hinge?
Hinge is best for serious relationship seekers.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm not looking for a boyfriend right now.
I know you're not.
Interesting.
Well, maybe
that's why I chose Bumble, because it's like kind of down the middle, maybe, you know?
I've done Bumble.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Except I'm just going to be a little honest. On Bumble, okay, what I don't like about these, they give you the free version first.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden they show you all these people are interested, but you can't see them unless you upgrade.
Oh, right.
I think that's not fair. Like, don't tell me. So I upgrade.
Sometimes I wonder if that's actually true. Like, are those people in the line? What is it called? The B line?
I don't know.
It's all built into the algorithm.
I know, but I just think that that's not fair. You shouldn't say it's free and then not let you see the people.
Yeah. So I can say, so like I said, I've been using Bumble for, I want to say 4 months now. And I have met some really cool people off of it. And I have, like met people that I would want to see again and again and again. And like I said, I'm not currently haven't been looking for a boyfriend per se. I mean, I was in a relationship for 5 years, but I have definitely enjoyed Bumble. Using it has, I've met some really cool people and went on some really fun dates.
Well, my Bumble experience, and I've shared this. So years back, I was at the El Dorado for a media night, and I was sitting
the casino
at the casino.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. There you go. So I'm at the El Dorado Casino. We're watching one of the inner place,
Yes.
and one of the other marketing gals took my phone and said, "You need to be on a dating site." I'm like, "No." So while we were watching, she took my phone and signed me up for Bumble. Did the whole profile.
Yeah.
So she goes, "Here, you're on Bumble." And I went, "What?"
I know. I was very nervous when I first did it too.
And so I swiped the wrong way.
Oh, yes. That's so easy to do.
I swiped. And then this nice gentleman who lives in another city said, "Hey, let's have lunch." And I'm like, okay, but I don't know.
You have to just do it. You have to just do it.
I did. So we went and had lunch. We were friends. You know right away, like we are friends. So by the end of the lunch, he said to me, I do a lot of what's when you look for your ancestry.com stuff. I said, well, you know what? Papa's been gone now, and maybe I want to find my birth dad because I'm adopted.
Yeah.
That one conversation, like I was ready to walk out.
Wow.
And he said, "Hey, I do ancestry." I'm like, "Oh, I'm adopted. Maybe I'm ready now. Papa's been gone like 4 years." And with that conversation, with that gal who put me on with the wrong swipe, I was able to find my birth
drum roll.
11 siblings.
Whoa.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was thanks to Grandma B, we called her right away. She happened to remember a middle name, and she remembered the birth date, his middle name, and the Texas or something. So with that, and then even cooler part. So he found. Too bad I didn't get to meet my birth dad. He had just passed a couple years previous to that. But in the obituary was how he found it. Under kids, he put Deborah in parentheses. And then I had a sister that I had lost, and her obituary said Deborah. So they had been looking for me my whole life.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So my Bumble turned into finding.
No, that's a great story. Those connections, man. You never know what you're gonna find.
So you have to be open-minded.
You do.
Yes.
However, I am not, and so
you tell me about what you're thinking.
I'm the contrast here.
Okay.
I am super private, super corporate, a very conservative lifestyle. So the whole online thing would never be an option for me.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm an old school girl, and it's going to be a traditional introduction. So, to each his own, whatever works. But above all, to thine own self be true.
I like that.
Yes.
But I think Reno is such a small town, and all of you who are in small towns, everybody seems to know everybody. So I think with new people moving into town and new businesses coming into town that are more corporate, that friends may say, "Hey, guess what? So-and-so just moved into town."
Yes, I agree. I agree. But I also think it's generational.
You like organic connections.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for that. Yeah. I need a true natural organic connection. Yeah. So, it's about balance, and it's about contrast, and everything doesn't work for everyone. And so, for me, I want to see him in Sunday morning worship. I want to meet him through a friend. But
no, I love that.
Organic connections too. I also date through organic connections and whatnot. And I don't know, when you meet somebody just kind of out and they're like, "Hey, let me buy you a drink," or like, "Hey, can I get your number?" Whatever. I always feel like that introduction is always a little bit more fun, and it flows. But also, I mean, like I said, I have met some really, really awesome people that I'm so happy. Like if I hadn't, you know, sucked it up and been like, you know what, I'll, you know, go with the flow, try a dating app, see how it goes, I would have never met them. And just like you said, you would have never have.
No, I wouldn't. And I didn't even get on my own. Yeah. So here's some of the other ones, just as if you're thinking about it. So I didn't even know there was something called Clover.
Foreign to me. Never heard of it.
It just says best for confirming a date. Plenty of Fish.
Oh, I've heard of that.
That's best for conversations. Match. Now, I have been on Match years ago. Oh, Match for someone with money to spend.
We'll just keep moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
eHarmony. Best for marriage seekers. And I think way back when, because I spent like 11 years, I've been single, divorced. So I did try a few of these. But anyway, so that's... Oh, and what's this? Did you say Happen? Did you mention?
No, I said Hinge.
Oh,
Hinge.
I don't have Hinge on here, but Happen best. Oh, that's misconnection. So I don't know what that would mean.
Yeah,
best for
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that would mean.
I definitely know when I hear of like, you know, eHarmony, Match, whatnot, I definitely think of like more serious.
Yeah.
Like I feel like possibly like an older crowd, you know?
Yeah.
She's talking about my generation, the older crowd.
So I'm just gonna let you guys know the restaurant is starting to fill up. So you will hear background noises, but that just means Chuy is a rock star with all of our amazing local people coming.
Yes.
Speaking of dating, we're gonna come back to that. But Kylie Rowe, who is an amazing rock star in our community, she's gonna be hosting a low-key event with friends on Saturday, November 14th. It's going to be at the Office Bar. Have you been to the? It used to be the Jungle, Matt Polly.
Okay, it's November 13th.
Did I not? What is that?
You said 14th.
Oh, that's why I have Yvonne here.
November 13th.
November 13th on a Saturday. There's going to be an event page up. I will share it on my page, and it's just to kind of come and hang out, and you can come as a couple person too. But it's just an opportunity to go somewhere different where you know you're going with other like-minded people who are thinking, hey, I wouldn't mind meeting somebody or just making a new friend.
You know, I think something about a relationship is, and this would be my dating advice to people, nothing ever happens when you need it to or want it to. So I think you just need to be about the business of living your life and doing you, and whatever works out will work out. Whenever it works out.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, I don't think people should focus on it as like a project.
I agree.
Because then you have success and failure. You don't need to do that. Just let it happen as it happens.
Well, it's that time again for our final break. I'm hoping I will go get my own tequila and bring it here, because the whole idea, we were supposed to be talking tequila and chocolate. So we'll make sure we get a local tequila to show you the bottle at least, to have a sip of it, see which one it goes best with. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to talk about the holidays and dating. It's About Town Denver City Talk. Be right back.
After having my child, I was just thinking that I wanted to kind of get back to the size I was when I was breastfeeding. When I first came in, I didn't know if I wanted to go under or over, what size I wanted. I feel like they really took the time to educate me on all of my options. I've had a bunch of different questions. Hale himself has called and checked in with me. I was really expecting to be in a lot more pain than I was. It was a lot more pleasant than I was expecting it to be.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting's hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this. To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. Cool. Very cool. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
Help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
So welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb. We're here at Chuy's, and as you can see, the restaurant is starting to fill up.
Booming.
So you are going to hear lots of people chatting, having fun, but that's what we do, keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
It is okay.
Girl, that's what you better do. Keep it real.
I am. What's that phrase you just go, hey,
hey.
No, you did that little thing in the beginning, like, oh, that little.
I don't remember.
We all did that little thing, like, hey. That was,
okay, that's going to be our deal. Hey,
that's the hey. I just want to get that out there. So we are at Chuy's at the Village in Rancharra. We love it here, and we were talking tequila and chocolate.
Tequila.
So we have El Sativo, Bob Summers. There we go. Local all the way.
Yes.
And so which chocolate do I have?
You have the dark chocolate caramel macadamia nut.
Okay. And
I have the same.
She has the milk chocolate.
You have the milk chocolate.
Yes.
And you have,
I will have the dark chocolate coconut because that's my favorite out of these two.
So I'm assuming, do you do it like food or wine?
So take a bite of the chocolate.
Okay.
Kind of let it melt in your mouth a little bit, and then you take a little sip of your tequila there.
Okay.
Okay.
And for the record, this is water.
Ooh.
Okay, now
everything's good with chocolate.
Ooh, yeah.
Your tequila, my water. It's all good.
No, this is yummy. And then if you want, take a little bite of that orange, the little citrus.
I love orange and chocolate.
And then you get a little palate cleansing and.
Oh my gosh, this is really good together.
So the chocolate and orange for sure.
The macadamia nut.
Yes. Yeah, the little tropical macadamia.
It goes really good with the tequila.
While I'm out saving the world, they're enjoying tequila, chocolate, and orange.
That's tasty.
I love it.
It's so good. That's going to be my pick. So before we're done, we're going to take a photo of that chocolate with this. That's mine. What do you like?
Dark chocolate coconut.
Okay. Anyway, that was so good. So excuse me for chewing or talking when I'm chewing.
El Sativo. Your tequila is fantastic.
We love them. So now we're going to go back to a little bit about this whole dating stuff.
Okay.
So I originally was saying that the holidays are tough for dating, but they're tough for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, or you're kind of having a rough holiday, or you're just tired, or you're burnt out, or whatever it is, you guys have some tips for us?
I do. Can I go first?
You go
first. I think the premier thing to do is to pamper yourself.
Yes.
You need to be good to yourself. That can be a facial, that can be a pedicure, a medicure, it could be.
Can you just buy a book and
you
take
can buy
a bubble
a
bath
book,
and put candles on?
You can do all of that, all of the above. But I do think you need to pamper yourself because it's really hard to deal with the day-to-day life stresses if you don't take care of yourself. So you owe that to yourself and the people you love.
I love it.
Yeah.
What about you? What's one of your ideas?
With we're in the realm of like dating here, and I feel like this can apply to the holidays in general, but like specifically with dating, I know that like if you are it's Saturday night and you're like, wow, I really wish I was out having a good time right now, but let's say you don't have that person that evening. Make time for you and your girlfriends. Spend time with your friends. Be like, hey, do you want to go have a dinner date? Go on like a friend date, like with a girlfriend.
I love
spend
that
time with your friends, because I know that personally. When I'm like, wow, I really wish like I was doing something right now with like that certain someone, but it may not happen. It may not be like a good time, whatnot. I hit up my friends, and they're always there for you. They're your support system, and they should be. And so that's what I would suggest.
Well, that's interesting. I had a conversation the other day with someone, and what I can tell you from having lived a little bit longer than the two of them is
Not
that
much. I'm older than you.
Well, you need a lot of friends though, because all of our friends are also dealing with different things and doing different things. And I found that at least in my own personal friendships, if you're reliant upon just one or two people, when they can't be there for you, then you have a void. Speaking of my best friend who just stepped in.
Come on.
So
come on. No,
she won't do it. So
but we love her, and
we do love her. So you have to spread the love out and you have a large enough network where other people can
Everybody
support you.
has different capacities, and I use that word a lot, capacity, because I have a capacity, you have a capacity, your friends have a capacity, and sometimes we can only handle so much. And
Correct.
I think having a large network is nice to be able to. You have more people you have to depend on. Yes.
Well, speaking of the network and letting people know, here's another tip that I saw. It says, remember, friends forget that you are single. So you need to remind them to keep always being on the lookout for you. Because I think if you don't say, hey, I think I'm ready, like, hey, it's time for me to be out there.
It's
if we
no
don't
question.
tell them, how are they going to know? They're going to go. You're going to so you're enjoying just hanging out with me. Well, what if I want to hang out with somebody else?
Okay.
Yeah. So it is saying that.
I see what you're saying.
And then the other one is, I think that speaking of a girls' trip. Kind of just go wild and say, let's book a trip. Let's book a weekend.
It's funny you would say that.
Did you just book one?
I did. A very dear friend and I, a professional woman in town that happens to be one of my attorneys, said to me, let's have a girls' trip. And so we're going to go down to Vegas for a couple of days and shop a little and take in a show, and love to see Sting. He has a residency now here in Nevada. So a girls' trip. But a girls' trip could be Sacramento. It could be it could be Lake Tahoe. It could be anywhere.
A girls' trip can be El Dorado Wine Country and have about town dad going planet. Just saying.
I'm with you. And then the ultimate girls' trip.
What is it?
Save your dimes.
What?
Paris.
Oh yeah.
I've done it twice in the last 5 years. Yeah. Well, it'll be my 25th visit when I go again.
Maybe we should plan a Paris trip.
We should plan a Paris trip. It is just so divine. So a girls' trip is really good for the spirit, for sure.
So the time is going fast. So I want to make sure I get a few things out. We'll be back many more times, so we'll get you a lot of excitement. But this week is World Kindness Week.
Okay. Oh, lovely.
And that is one of my words.
Yeah.
Together we're in heart. Be kind. Have grace on yourself. Be graceful. Love people. Be forgiving. All that kind of stuff. But I think that it's really important now more than ever with everything that's going on. Just take a moment and go, okay, bite your tongue. Take a breath. Just go, and be kind.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Kindness is so important. We live in such a divisive world. No matter what it is, men against women, one political affiliation against another.
Oh, yes.
You know what? We're just divided. And so a little bit of kindness goes a long way. And that could be something as simple as a smile, holding the door for someone, a handwritten note, just some sort of holding space for that person. So kindness is huge. I had a friend hold space for me on yesterday. And it was nice to be able to pour out my heart in a space where I was safe and happy. It was all kindness.
When you said holding space, I also took it, maybe it is the same thing, because I have my Debbie Talk mind. If you're in a conversation with somebody and they're talking to you, I'm getting better at being a better listener. So there's these spaces where they don't say anything. You're like, and you just wait a second and then they continue. So I found out my holding space with people is to let them have that moment of quiet as they're sharing. Because otherwise I'm butting in, saying, but and they're like, well, and then they kind of feel like it's more about us than it's about them.
Right.
So I have learned
listening to listen versus listening to reply.
So that's we're gonna go with that. But here's my quote, because it's a tradition. I gotta get it. And with my printer, it kind of went on 2 pages. So here we go. We relish news of our heroes.
Yes.
Forgetting that we are extraordinary too. We are extraordinary to somebody too.
Exactly.
Helen Hayes. And my hero, as you all know, is Papa Tony. So he always wanted me to know that I could do anything and I could be the best I could do and never give up, and that I was always his girl. So who is your hero out there? We'd love you to share with us in the comments. Let us know. But I have 2 heroes sitting here. Everybody that I have on my set.
That's a really good thing, I think, to remember. So like my friend group, we're an amazing support system, and like emotionally, very emotionally intelligent. And I was actually talking to another friend of mine that's kind of outside of my friend group about some things, and she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for this perspective. And I was like thinking to myself, like, you know what? I talk about these things all the time within my friend group. Like, we have these ideas and these perspectives all the time. And for her to stop and go, wow, that's amazing of you. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so happy I was able to share that with you. So I think that's an amazing quote to kind of stop and think about. Like, you know what? There's these people that you respect and look up to. Think about how that's transformed you and what you have to offer people as well. Because guess what? You're just that amazing.
I love it.
It is so true. And you never know what impact you're making in someone's life. I was walking through my neighborhood the other day, and a gentleman and his wife said, are you Yvonne? And I went, I am. And he said, I met you 25 years ago. And I had to think for a minute, who was I 25 years ago, right? And I said, please tell me that I was very nice to you. And he said, we had just moved to town, and you were very kind and very generous, and you gave us lots of insight and pointers, and we never forgot you because you were so gracious. So you just never know. When you're making an impression in someone's life, everything makes a difference. Every second makes a difference. Every word out of your mouth makes a difference. You don't know how you're touching people. So yeah, kindness is a big deal.
Yeah, my 2 things are keep it real and lead with love.
Okay, that's actually all of us. That's
okay.
Kind of
and so I'm channeling my grandmother right now, and she's saying to remind them that kindness is really about the fruits of the spirit. It's about being kind and generous and loving and patient. And so we should truly extend that, especially during the holidays.
Beautiful.
So many people need that, and we need to extend it.
So I'm going to say thank you guys. Amber, if we want to get a hold of and get some amazing chocolates for the holidays, where do we go?
Dorinda's Chocolates for the holidays. Perfect for all of your occasions. We have 2 locations, one downtown on Riverside Drive, and the other here at the Village at Rancharra. And then you can always online shop at dorindaschocolates.com.
Okay, and there's some events coming up. I just want to get them out there. So November 16th, Tuesday, Wild River Grill. Go to wildrivergrill.com. You can sign up there. It's on my Facebook page. November 17th, we're having a holiday wine charcuterie pairing. You get your own charcuterie board to go home with, Nevada Shape. And both of these are going to benefit the Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. So not only do you get to enjoy good wine, good food, good friendship, you're going to give back.
And the day before Thanksgiving is my favorite movie. It's coming out, The House of Gucci. Lady Gaga in the lead role. Al Pacino. It's going to be a great movie. Adam Driver. So it's going to be great. Then Thanksgiving Day, and then at the ranch.
Yes, the next day, Black Friday, we're doing the Village at Rancharra tree lighting ceremony. So you got to be there.
You got 3 days all planned out.
So we're going to get going, but we're going to be back at the Bowtown Devil City Talk. And remember, together we are one heart, and we love you. Thank you.
We love you.